Diverse Founders Perspective, the podcast, Episode 5.
Hi everyone, welcome to Diverse Founders Denmark, the podcast that empowers diverse founders navigating entrepreneurship. We dive into the stories behind game-changing ideas, the challenges of building something new, the triumphs along the way. Today we have an incredible guest with us, the founder of Folkæt, Ina Holmes. If you are tired of soulless job applications and recruitment robots, this one's for you. Folkæt is about making hiring humane again, so let's get into it. All right, Ina, let's start with the big one. What's the story behind Folkæt, and how did the idea come about to life?
The story behind Folkæt is I wanted to create a platform where we don't waste employers or applicants' time by reading applications that are not that are made by AI, or making applications that have been done by the same. It's a way of actually connecting people, not only in a work environment, but also just for finding a new buddy or study buddy, as we call it, because we created a software tool that matches people interests and skills or values. This way we are actually also making it unbiased, because we don't present people's identities while doing so. And I actually got the idea during an environmental social governance course, where it was clear to me that smaller companies need to start reporting on what they do in the social impact, or what social impact their companies have on their work.
Yes.
In that way, we need to ramp up diversity by hiring and recruiting blindly. And by not showing people's identities in this software, you're actually making it very much easier for people of different backgrounds, but also people with disabilities to step forward and show their skills without being discriminated against.
Yeah, that is so real. I mean, how many times do we see job descriptions that sound like they were written by AI? Looking for a rockstar ninja with synergy optimization skills. Like, what do they even mean by that? So how do you think Folkæt can bring about change in the recruitmenting or in
Well,
everything
there are
that you just mentioned?
Yes, so I definitely believe it's going to bring a big change, not only to recruitment, but also to the way that we think hiring. Because one of the ways that you find new candidates is that all of you, your team members, have to create a profile just as you have. So you are actually asking the team to have just as much ownership over the new person in their team as when you only let the HR or recruitment manager do so. And in that way, you already before the candidate steps a foot inside the office, you have demonstrated what skills and what interests the different team members have in the entire team, and they can all look at it and they can relate on it when they are eating lunch or talking the first day in the workplace. So there are many different ways, or I see that this tool will change the way that we look at hiring and we look at how we form teams. Another way is it is going to be much easier to make new teams all the time. When you have like a very quick and easy overview of different people's skills, and when I say skills, it's not only hard skills, but also soft skills. And in that way, we also believe that it's going to make the workforce more project based, that you can work on projects more when you make it more flexible instead of hiring one for a position.
Okay. Do you have any personal story behind it? And what's the mission? What do you hope Folkæt can achieve?
Well, yes, definitely. I do have I worked over 10 years with HR in Roskilde Festival and also in different workplaces. I've worked with HR and employment law, but I think that uh, personally, it really gave made sense to me in my last employment where I found out that you can do as much as you want to do to impress your workplace, but if you don't have chemistry with the people that you work with, it's just a battle that can't be won.
It's so true, right? There has to be like some kind of connection and the vibe.
Yeah,
The vibes never lie, like they say. Okay, love that.
chemistry.
Yeah. So what's up with the E in Folkæt? It definitely like is a head turner.
Yeah, so in Danish, we have this old Danish word for heritage, and that's eight. So when I had to find out a name, which it was not easy. I had a lot of friends and people that I asked all the time, and I sent suggestions. And there is something about this people like that we need to stand together, and it's also like disruptive in a way that you are like you against the elite. But and then the eight was a more like uh, a way to bring them together, which is basically is this is a tool to bring types together, type of people without showing their identities, because basically, well, we are all just people, and we all come from the same
Yeah, that's
place.
true, right? And totally, let's get to the mechanics. How does Folkæt actually work? And how do you make sure that authenticity wins over bias?
So Folkæt is a matching tool. So you can match based on skills or preferences or values that we do recommend the most. And you do that based on an AI interview that we worked on for you to put into words what it is that your interest and your skills are. And basically, all of this will end up in you being able to um, find your new badminton friend or your new study buddy, or you can make a team in work. Or you can hire your new student from the school that you know that you need a student from.
Well, I
What
must say
you
it does sound like a real game changer. What more do you want to say?
No, sorry. So what? Yeah,
Um,
well, I do believe that it is a game changer.
yeah. So if right now we know that there's a lot of bias in the hiring processes, and it's a big problem, a stubborn problem that seems not to go away. What makes you confident that Folkæt can break this cycle?
Well, when you're presented only by your skills and your personality type, then you're not really demonstrating your identity, or you're not demonstrating the identity that is usually combined with bias. I do have this, and uh, I do make a lot of effort for your profile to be as anonymous as possible. Therefore, you can, for example, not write anything on your profile because your text can also be prone to biases, and you can be uh, unlucky to be writing something that might come across um, uh, as misunderstood. I think we all know that term, like when we
You mean by
message
the words
people.
that you use, or maybe your grammar or something like that?
Exactly. Everything that could, in the end, set somebody off. And I think we know that a lot of time when we text with people, that the wording or the misinterpretation of what people really mean is very easy when you don't look people in the eye and you say it. So that's one way. Another way is, yeah, of course, your identity is hidden, so you can't see name or email or age, and this is very important in terms of like not being biased by the way people look or where they got their education, and least it's of course something that you can use before you reach out to people, but in the end, when people step into that interview room or Zoom meeting, it's up to you not to be then persuaded by your bias to not hire this person based on the thing that you then see in the room. So when you reach out to somebody and you say, well, you fit this team, would you be open to join us for a meeting? And then you find out that this person has a disability of some sort when they step into the meeting room. It's up to you to remember that you looked at their profile and everything on that paper looked like it fit your team. So why is it that this person is not fitting in when you see them in real life?
Yeah, it's so true because we all hear those stories of people not being hired because of what their name sounds like or is. Unfortunately, we live in that world. But like
Mm.
that's powerful, I think, the message that you're trying to communicate. So let's flip the scripts. What kind of companies should be using Folkæt, and who's your ideal match?
Uh, well, to begin with, we are actually giving it out for free to schools to use it, and then we hope that a lot of small companies that are now not used to using personality tests will come out and use Folkit to find a new student or intern or graduate, because in that way they would actually be able to uh, make a lasting hire, just because you actually have screened these candidates beforehand with the personality type test results that will be presented on their profiles. But uh, other than that, we are also looking to help big corporations internally to make their teams so they can pre-schedule, set people together based on their personality type and based on their common values.
Oh, that's nice. So what do you want people to know about Folkæt?
Well, it makes hiring fun, flexible, and fair. No, well, I definitely do want to make it very. Um, I really do want to make it a statement that hiring doesn't need to be how we made it into be today. It's way too complicated, and we are making people we're making people lose self-esteem in the way that we are hiring today. If we turn it around, I think it will be benefit both the employer and the employees, that we make it easier to get on a new project and then into a new team, because you can match and hire instantly, but also that you can actually make this a fun way to get to know your co-workers, because you get to know interests and preferences before you even start working together.
Sounds great. So let's mix things up a little with the rapid fire questions. Ready?
Yeah,
Let's get to
born
it.
ready.
If Folkæt was a person, what kind of personality would they have?
If Folkæt was a person, Bernie Sanders.
Personality. Because we are doing this in personality test, right? Like the main thing of it. If it had a personality, what kind of a personality would it have? Fun,
Well, it's
bubbly, introvert, extrovert, what do you think?
oh, okay, okay. Well, it would definitely be bubbly. It's I think in the Folkæt lingua we use the word explorer, a person who looks for challenges all the time and will find optimism even in the darkest hour.
Wow, love that. What's one hiring myth you wish you could just disappear?
One hiring myth. Well, that is that we need to a hiring myth. That is that we need to know the people, of course, their looks
Yeah,
or
because
how a bit more.
in Denmark they
Uh,
usually say like you get like, connections, you get jobs through connections, isn't it?
well, I wouldn't always say that's a bad thing because if you do know somebody and you can say, okay, well, I really need you on the project right now. I know you and I trust you. It's okay. I don't really go around saying nepotism not always works. I would love to work with my brother at some point.
Yeah, but what about those people
but it
who don't know
needed to be
anybody?
on the right project. Huh?
What about those people who don't know anybody, who don't have connections? So it makes it even harder for
Um,
them to get these
yes.
jobs. Yeah.
So I definitely do believe that this would make it easier
Yeah.
for people who don't have so many resources. But I definitely believe that knowing people and that you need to sort of have that control that you can at least go in and check people's social media account and you can check where they live or what they did. Looking at resumes, all of these things don't really matter. The only
Yeah.
thing you need to know is that when you sit in a room with that person, you feel the chemistry and you feel like you can make an agreement where you are not afraid to set forward your expectations and what is needed to finish that project and what you need from that person
Got it.
and vice versa.
Yeah, got it. So what's the worst job application advice you've ever heard? Job application advice. The worst one you've ever heard.
First one. I do believe that one of the worst one was that to call people. And I think the only reason why I'm saying this is that I can only imagine how many phone calls that people now are getting.
Yeah.
And it's just another thing that is really tiring people on both sides at the table is that we are making all of these like little hacks to hire and to make yourself unique, but the only thing that is making people it is less unique because
Yeah.
now everybody's doing it.
Yeah, because it seems like hiring process now is like so exhausting. Like people like yeah. So what is one thing that you could change about corporate hiring? If there was one thing that you could change tomorrow, what would it be? Like maybe what you're
What
doing right now?
do you Folkæt? Yeah, I definitely would say that stop hiring people for positions and change it to project-based work. Make it more flexible and easy to form team and don't talk about attachment or retention, but talk about like how are we making it? How are we making a good team work environment? Because then those people would want to maybe change sometime, but then they will come back. So it's all about you giving a good impression the first time and understanding it's a positive relationship. Like it's if there are two people to tango, and you would need that to make that respect both ways, like for your work ethics, but or your work ethics, and the other way around. For you to keep their loyalty.
I think this all sounds very interesting. I have one last big thing to ask. If Folkæt had a tagline, like a battle cry, what would it be?
Like a battle cry, like freedom.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like a tagline.
Yes, okay. Well, I think the most saying part is that let the job hunt you.
And not the other way around.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds very lovely. Okay, thanks, Ina. That's boom. I love all of these amazing conversations. Thank you so much, Ina, for joining us today. And for all our listeners out there, if you are tired of cookie cutter job applications and you are ready to find a company that truly gets you, check out Folkæt. Until next time, let's stay bold, let's stay original, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Diverse Founders Network podcast. Next episode is with Jo Yeon Jin, the founder of Holmos, the breakup app.